Starting is not so good. I'm gonna try this way. Alright guys. Let's see if this works or not. Okay. This thing is on the way. Let me just take this. Alright, I think this is better, right? Guys, Chinese New Year is coming. So I'm gonna do a live streaming about how to make this green bean cookies. Mung bean, there's another way you call that. Mung bean or green bean. Usually in Asia they call that mung bean. And what is mung bean? This is mung bean. You can get them split from the Asian store. Usually they come dry. Hi, so many of you are watching. Welcome to Shiokoholics Food and Travel channel. So Chinese New Year is coming and I'm going to make this cookies and hopefully you guys like it. This is a gluten-free cookies. I used to eat them when I was a kid. I love these cookies a lot. Probably a lot of people been to the Asian store, they've seen this bean but they don't know what they can do with this. So I've decided to make a Chinese New Year cookie with this. So let's start. So this is about 250 to 270 grams of mung bean. This is how it looks like. They are split. So what you do is you open from the packet and you put them on the pan. No, you don't put them on the pan first, all right? You have to steam them because these are dried bean. So when you steam them, it become cooked and the flavors is captured in the bean itself. So what you do is you just want to roast it under a pan until you can smell. It's a bit roasted, right? That is the purpose of roasting it. You want to have a roasted cookies flavors. So you probably wonder how they do it. How come they can get this roasted? That is the trick, all right? Steam them for about half an hour, medium heat, until it is cooked. If you have pandan leaf, put some pandan leaf inside just to get the aroma from the pandan leaf. If you like, you can even add a pinch of salt and soak the bean at least overnight or at least 2 hours before you steam it, all right? Remove the water and put them on, if you have a cheesecloth, put them in a cheesecloth, but I didn't. I just put them on a plate and with a bit of pandan leaf and I steam it for like 30 minutes. Take it out and then transfer it over a pan and fry them until you felt like the water has evaporated properly. And then you can also smell the roasted of this bean. So once it is done, let it cool. I've fried this this morning, so I let it cool. So I'm going to grind this into powder and we're going to need 3 ingredients. You need this bean and also you need some coconut milk. It's not so difficult to find. And also you need some sugar. These are powdered sugar. You can get them anywhere. Don't use the rough sugar or the fine sugar. Use the powdered sugar. Okay, that's all you need. Coconut milk, about 200 ml, about 165 gram, depending on how sweet you want. So this is about 200 gram of sugar. I'm going to be tasting it and see if it is sweet enough. And also 265 grams of bean. So first, I'm going to grind them. I'm going to pour them in here. And hopefully, it can be ground into powder. Alright, this is my favorite tools. I'm going to grind this. This is going to sound a little bit. Almost. It's not really powdered, but almost there. it's not really very powder. This is how it's not supposed to look like. It's supposed to be more grind. So I don't know what I should do. Let me just see. You have to experiment, right? So I'm going to put this with a little bit of salt. Let me just put a pinch of salt to balance up. It doesn't call for salt. I like to add a bit of salt in my cookies. So I'm going to try again. One thing about real live stream cooking, you get to see the exact process of the whole recipes. A lot of time when we look at recipes, right, then you look at it and say, hey, how come, it's so easy, it looks like so easy. I bet you guys, okay, these people, they have failed many times in their recipes before they could make a video. So these are real time, real room, real people in real kitchen. So, and real situation. So if I fail, you know how I fail and what kind of things what kind of experience you should get. All right, I don't think so. It's still numb. Let's try this for just 1 more minute. Show you, right, how fine it is now. So this is how it's supposed to look like, really fine, like powder. So this is where we want to stop, but I would love to have this one just 1 more minute. Okay, make sure it's really powder. Now, all right, so I'm gonna put in the these are the flour, sugar flour. So I'm gonna put in depending on individual, it's 165 grams, but I don't like it to be too sweet, so I'm going to be adding not all of them, just enough, and then I'm going to be tasting it and see if it's too sweet or not too sweet. So I'm going to be needing the coconut milk. So these are thick coconut milk. So I'm going to pour them over these cookies. I need about 200 grams. So I'm going to keep this. Don't pour everything. You have to see. Not enough, then you pour, right? Sometimes it's better to add too little than too much. Oh no, it's too much. Oh my God, it's too much. What should I do? It's too much, guys. You see, it's so watery. There's no way I can make cookies from here. You see, this is what I mean. Alright, this is what I mean. Always pour. Even the recipe called for that. I didn't pour everything. It's still wet. So let me find another solution, because this is no way you can make cookies from this. And how do I solve this problem? Alright, we have to add some, I have some rice flour. I'm going to try to put some rice flour so everything will be gluten free. So I have some rice flour here. I'm going to try and put some rice flour. The reason why I put rice flour is that you want these cookies to be melting in your mouth, right? So like this situation is a disaster situation. So rice flour might save the day, alright? So this is not anymore the traditional style. I'm going to try just adding just a bit by a bit. Okay, just Okay, we need more. Alright, I'm going to be adding really carefully, not so much, just a bit by bit. About how much, really, I don't know. It all depends on how much coconut milk you have put in. You need more, for sure. More, alright? Because this is far too wet. So, I'm going to try again. Let me just touch it. I think it's ready. Yeah. Okay, just a bit more, alright? Just to make sure that it is not too hot, not too soft. So, guys. Okay. This is how it looks like. I hope you guys can see. If it's not dark enough, let me just see. I want you guys to take a look. Alright, I'm going to remove this. Okay. And I'm going to pour this over some flour. You need some flour. Let me just move you guys here a little bit so you can see if it's in the middle. So I'm going to be using some rice flour. This is rice flour. Pour some rice flour over generously and just let the dough come onto this. Maybe too much rice flour. Okay, you see guys, shit happens sometimes, but you never know. Maybe this can be a even better recipes, right? You never know unless you try it. So I'm going to just put this out, roll this out on a pan. And I said that I have to actually press it into the cookie cutter. So I'm going to just roll this out, and I'm going to try using this. This is a silicone cookies mold. So I'm going to try just taking just one, and I'm going to press it in here. Oh, it's too much. Too much. going to see if it can be used or not even. Okay, I'm not going to see. Take this out. Oh, it's kind of cute. Yeah, maybe I'll use this. Looks like it's going to be working, but you know, it's a bit troublesome. But I'm going to do it like 2 ways. I'm going to roll this out using a rolling pin. This is not my rolling pin, this is LG's rolling pin. So I'm going to just roll this out both ways. Okay, gonna roll this out. And make sure it's not too thin, right? I think this is a bit too thin. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put this over because I know this is too thin. Using this a cookie cutter, I'm going to roll this over because I find it's too thin. And of course here and here. Okay, making sure it's not too thin. Close it. Traditionally, this cookie is not supposed to be thin, but you have to make sure that the surface are even. So by using a rolling pin, you can be assured. Oh, I missed out on here. So I'm just going to roll this out, making sure that it is evenly distributed. You can feel it. Okay, now just make sure that this is even. So in terms of thickness, at least, to me, I find at least 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is about this thick. So I'm going to be using this cookie cutter. I have this one where you can use tarts. It comes with you know, you press this and then you can put your fillings in here. So I'm not going to use the fillings, but maybe it's nice, we never know, just for the pattern. So what I will do is that I'm going to try from this corner and just press it out. See, this is already in here. I'm going to try and see if I can get this really nice hard pattern. Yeah, that's a nice hard pattern. Alright guys, ta-da! It looks really sweet. I think this looks really sweet. So about 1 centimeter, and don't forget to put some flour around this so that it will not get stuck, alright? So I'm going to just keep doing this and I'm going to press this out. Alright, I'm going to just keep doing this so I get this pattern. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Okay. Yeah, so pretty. Valentine's Day is here, Sky. Maybe it's time for you to make this cookie. Let me tell you guys a story, alright, while we are making this. I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to make this kind of cookies a lot. You can also press it out from here. It's easier to take it out. So my mom used to sell a lot of cookies during the Chinese New Year. So this is something that I'm quite used to as a child. So for me, during the Chinese New Year season, it's always very exciting for me to come home from school, and there you go, I see my mother there. She's making all this kuih for sale. So my mom, she was a single mom. She worked really hard to raise us, and that is the only time where she could earn extra income. And you know, Singapore is very hot, right? We have this charcoal. We don't have oven. We don't even have oven, and it's amazing. She can even make cakes, and it's not just one cake. Okay, she can make like 40 cakes. Those kuih lapis, you know, like the layered cake. She can make and she can sell, and it's really good money, but it's a lot of work. So while making these cookies, you know, this is also like a therapy for me, a time where I could spend some time thinking about what me and my mom we used to do when we were younger. Seriously, it's really good memory. So I wish my daughter is here so that she could we could spend some quality time together. Look how pretty. Let me just see. So it's really fun, and I have a full list. If I'm not wrong, I have a Chinese New Year playlist whereby you could check out all my Chinese New Year recipe. I have made, if I'm not wrong, I have made kuih lapis, the layered cake, and that was one of my most viewed video actually. And also I have some other Chinese New Year cookies. I don't know, I have so many recipes, I don't even remember if I have this pineapple tarts cookie. So pretty. So let me just try, see if I can do this. So you guys wonder what am I going to do, right, from my channel this year? What is my approach? So actually I am planning to build up my comeback, making a comeback for my YouTube channel. Right now I am creating a video. It's an introduction video, because I find that the video that I have in my YouTube channel is outdated, some of the information about things that I wanted to do. So this year, starting from 2018, my oh, I missed this. Oh, it's okay. And my plan is to do more live streaming, whether it is a vlog, whether it is cooking, and I would like to be live here more often so that my video can be kept forever. At Facebook, you never know what's gonna happen because it's always changing there. But in YouTube also, the chances of my video disappearing is much lesser. So compared to Facebook, because Facebook you never know, right? I'm gonna just try. Oh, I need to press this. It's already been pressed. This is really good to use. I think I'm going to be buying more. And on December, I actually plan to visit Singapore for holidays. There was many issue about me applying for my passport. My passport is expiring in April, and I tried to apply online. It was so difficult because nowadays the ICA department of Singapore, the immigration, you have to have this system. It's called the 2FA system, whereby you will be given a device, especially for those of you who are living abroad, to use the system in a very safe manner. So they have spent, I bet they spent a lot of money to make this happen. And I think it is going to be really good, because in a way our identity will be protected, which I really appreciate. But it does take time. So everything was already planned, and you know, last week was time to buy the air ticket, and we were thinking about going. But LG was unable to get off day from his job because of the SM. SM is a Swedish Master tournament. It's a really big event for the people here in Skellefteå. So because of that, because of his work, he's unable to get off day. Let me just show you how it looks like, how much is left. So we were unable to proceed with the trip plan, and that was really unfortunate. Oh, I love this. So we plan to visit Singapore, and I think maybe sometimes things happen for a reason. And I think maybe it's a blessing too that we didn't go during the Chinese New Year. But of course, I love to be there and spend time with my loved one, my family. But since I can't go there now, it's not at the end of the world. I think maybe it's meant to be like this, so that I could plan my holiday even more better. So we are planning to visit Singapore in April. I don't think so LG would have any problem applying for a Lease. So, and also instead of 3 weeks, we are planning to visit Singapore even longer, maybe a month. And I hope I could do vlogs. And hopefully this will be a better travel channel, because actually travel and food is my main interest. This is getting very hard, so I think maybe I need to add some coconut milk. But before that, I'm going to transfer the cookies over to my cookie tray. All right, my cookie tray. Let me get my paper. Let me just get my paper, and I'm going to transfer this over so that you can see what am I doing. I'm going to move this. This is really good. I bought this plastic stuff from IKEA. I think it was really cheap. So you need a paper, right? And you're gonna need this. I'm gonna move this. So make sure that you have your oven on. Let me just on the oven. You need about 160 degrees Celsius. I'm going to on 170 from the beginning. So you need about 160 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to put the cookies a little bit apart. They are so pretty. So this is going to be really fun, because in December it's a very nice, but usually during the Chinese New Year in Singapore or in Asia, it's a monsoon season. So in terms of shooting wise, you really have to count on your luck. And also it's not so fun to be in the rain, soak in the rain all the time, right? So maybe, like I said, maybe it's a blessing of disguise. we'll see what happens. And because of this reason, it's also good because then I could plan like a longer holiday and maybe more efficient, so that I could do more stuff instead of just 2-3 weeks, because Singapore is really quite expensive to visit, and it will be nice if we can stay longer. So let me just put this together. I feel like it's drying up. I read a recipe, this recipe, somewhere in the internet. I can't remember the name of the site, but there is a recipe whereby I'm going to add a little bit of coconut milk, just a little bit, yeah, to make it not so dry. It was a bit dry. So they actually didn't have to bake this. Actually, in the traditional style, they actually just put the cookies in the sun and let it dry in the sun. But we don't have sun here in Sweden. All we have is snow. So it will be really interesting to see how it's like. I've never heard of that, making cookies in the sun. The sun must be damn hot for sure. So I'm going to roll this out and let's see if I could continue to. It's really hard. So okay, I'm going to roll this out. Some flour on top, and I'm going to roll it out about 1 centimeter in thickness. Okay, I think this is about 1 centimeter thick. This is about 1 centimeter thick. Okay, again the same method. Just put it in and just press. One. So I'm going to make just a few more, and I'm going to put this first batch. There is no need for you to put any egg on it. Just bake them as it is. Just 2 more and it's ready to go in the oven. Alright, and bake it, it says 160 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how you want it. I like it a bit burnt. It's crazy, but I like the taste of a little bit burnt on the edges. So we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm just gonna do the last one. Okay. Alright, now there you go. Here I have 1 batch of my Chinese New Year mung bean cookies. So I'm going to put them in the oven. The oven is not ready yet. I set it at 100 and now it's 160. I'm going to take this away. And this oven is really good because when it's time's up, when the temperature reach the desired temperature, it will give you a signal. Beep! Means that I'm ready for you. Load me. It's really good. The one above this oven is a microwave. It's a new one. It's also really good because I haven't really figured it out, to be honest with you. I just know that, you know, it cooks really fast, and I haven't even read the menu yet, but I really like the way it is performing. The food cooked very evenly and also a very short time. Guys, I want to show you. I just saw the window. All right, I'm gonna show you the window. It's really nice outside. Let me just see if I can flip the camera over. I'm gonna show you guys how beautiful it's outside now. Can you guys see it? Can you see? There is a reflection from the window. Let me just go up and let you guys see, right? The light. Okay guys, take a look. Isn't this beautiful? I like this time of the year, this time of the season. It's quite cold, it's crispy cold outside, but okay. Let me just close the door. It's really cold, and let's go back to the baking. Let me see. Yeah, you guys are sitting on top of the bar. I didn't hear any beeping, but it's coming. You see there is a bar. I have to show you. You see? There is a bar. Did you hear the sound? So there is a bar here. It's already off because the temperature already reached. So usually it's about, how do you call it? 5 minutes to just heat up the oven. And it's really fast. The baking time is also quite fast. So I'm going to put this in the center of the tray, and I'm going to put a timer for 20 minutes, 23 minutes, right? And then, yeah, it's starting. Because you know why? When you're live streaming and you're talking at the same time, it's really, really difficult for me to remember the time. Okay, I'm gonna continue to finish this while we wait for the cookies, and I'm really excited to show you guys how it looks like. It will take about 22 minutes. So you see what happened. And also, let me just continue with my plan, my chat with you guys. I am have been thinking a lot now that I have a day job, and I don't want to lose my channel because I really enjoy being a creator of my own cooking and travel channel. It's my passion, and I always tell people to do it. You know, don't think. If you think that this is something that you really enjoy doing, that you should do it more often. A lot of people tell me, oh, you know, it's very difficult to survive in YouTube because there are a lot of creators. Yes, there are a lot of creators, but none of them are the same. You are you, and nobody can replace you. And you have your own story, just like me, and I have my own stories to tell, and I have my own life experience to share. So it's really depending on yourself. Because first of all, if you just do it for the sake of having this YouTube money, then it's better to give up, because YouTube money is not a lot. Nobody, I mean, unless you're really successful, you can survive unless you're really successful. But if you are just doing it for hobby, so this is something that you enjoy doing it, then it will come a long way. So I'm really passionate about creating this kind of content, like to share. It can be just a chat like this, to share my personal experience. So if you have any problem pertaining to your cooking's recipes, or even if you need any tips, that is why I'm doing live streaming, so that I could create opportunity for us to communicate. If you have a channel, for example, and if you need some advice, feel free to hop on to my live streaming, so that we can talk about that. And if I can't promise you, because I'm just about 6 years in the YouTube channel. I'm not an expert, but I can somehow give you some of my personal experience and share my thoughts with you. All right. So if you're giving my recipes a try, and you have some problems and you want your answer to be answered, do feel free to give me comment. I will try to help you to answer your questions. This is so good. Okay. So right now, what I intend to do is for my YouTube channel, over the weekend, I would like to do live streaming on a more regular basis, which means to say that I'm going to be live broadcasting while I'm cooking. It can be breakfast, it can be lunch, it can be just a dessert, it can be dinner. It can be just outing, some nice scenery, or it can be just a vlog about my life, or my thoughts. And if you find me interesting and you are new here and haven't subscribed, I hope you do that. 18 minutes to go, and you have to take a peep. All right, you have to take a peep. Make sure that the cookies are fine, it's not burnt, because I don't want to burn the cookie. I like it to be a bit burnt, but not too burnt. So regular live streaming on weekend. I love to do it on weekdays too, provided I'm not too tired, because I get really tired when I come back from work. Sometimes I don't even feel like cooking. And luckily LG is not the type that is picky, so he eats almost anything. So sometimes I get him to help out, and he's a really good helper. And I'm really blessed for having him being so understanding. And also, hopefully I could do more for my patrons. I have a crowdfunding site where I do special video for my. I'm going to add more coconut milk on this, right? I'm going to show you where I do special private live streaming. Again, I don't want to do a special edited video. I want to do a live streaming video, because I find that live streaming much more easier. I'm a very communicative person, so I can get quite emotional sometimes. I can cry, I can laugh, and I can just be angry, and that makes me more human. So I will be doing some live streaming about my personal life. For example, a lot of people are probably wondering how is my life here being Asian. Does the Swedish people look down on Asian people? Are they racist? What do I personally think about Swedish men, for example? I have a lot of people who are single and they are probably looking for a partner here in Sweden and they need some advice. So these are the types of very sensitive topic video that I am thinking to create for my Patreon audience. All right. And what is Patreon? Patreon, like I said, is a crowdfunding. I had that before. I had that since 2 years ago. But I haven't really been doing so much video from there because I was so drained out. I was lost. And I find that I need to come back to my fans, because that is my hardcore fan who support me without any condition. They just give me $1, some giving me even $10 a month to support what I'm doing on my video, on my cooking channel, because they understand that I am really committed to making video to help other people being successful in their kitchen, and also some information hopefully it's valuable for people who want to travel, visit Singapore or Sweden. And it's like a fun for me to keep this channel going. It's not a lot of money. I don't have so many patrons now. I only have, I think, less than 5, which I felt like it's crazy, because just imagine people are willing to pay me like $1 a month to support what I'm doing, and I'm really grateful for their support. And that is why I don't want to give up the channel. I don't want to give up my Patreon, because I know for sure people are really supporting me, not just because of the channel, also because they want this channel to keep going. And it's so that I can't get my channel going without financial support, but it will be nice to have some a few dollars to set aside so I can buy something and can make my video more interesting. Some videos, all this requires money: the paper, the rolling pin, the cutter, the ingredients, all this money. So another one, and just 2 more. I think I only have 2 more to go, and by then I think the oven should be ready. So and also a little bit contradicting on the social media side, because you guys know I am very active with Facebook. I'm not so active on YouTube, because I only can go on live when I have the opportunity, and I try to do that as much. Whereas Facebook is a place where I could be more updated on my on the happening in my kitchen every day, on an everyday basis. But please do let me know if you think that you want to watch more of me, because I don't want to make myself so stressed out and so irritating for some people. Oh, she's up again. Oh, she's doing this. But you know, as a real human being, as a real Asian living in the Sweden with real situation, a life situation, how do I handle my life situation every day? So I personally find I sometimes fascinate about my own life, and I thought to myself, I said, okay, I'm just a normal human being. I live in this planet. I'm just like any one of you. What makes me so special, right? I used to think about that. Yes, there are lots of things that is in my mind which I find can be beneficial. I don't want to waste your time, your precious time, to be in a forum whereby I cannot keep my word to provide you the kind of content that you are looking for. But I can give you my inside story at my cost, at my own cost of time, of course, because all this need time to create content and story. And I just hope that it's being appreciated. All right, this is the last one. Okay, we are going to see 9 more minutes. Let me just wash my hand. And then I'm ready to go. Okay, now let's see. Let's take out the cookie. I'm going to just put some water. You want to make sure that these are easy to wash. So what I usually do is I add some water. I put this back and I put this in and I turn this upside down. I put this in, and then I let them soak for a while. This one, unfortunately, I didn't use it. Just for try. It would be a lot of work. I think it's much easier with the mold, the hard mold. So I'm going to be doing another live streaming later with cooking. As I say, it's going to be taco. We are going to be eating taco. So I see if I could do it over at Facebook, because I would love to have some help from LG. He's sitting in the TV room watching TV, chilling out, but I think he should somehow contribute in the house chores. So I'm going to be getting him to do that. All right, so if you want to find out my Facebook page, I'm going to be doing a live streaming there, and then I see if I could post it. If you miss it, I don't know if Facebook allow me to post this content, the video, to YouTube. So if you want to join me live in Facebook, please do that. I welcome you there. I will be hanging out with LG, maybe hopefully it's interesting, cooking, live streaming, cooking together, so you can get to see how we work as a couple in the kitchen. All right, so I'm going to show you how this look like. Let me just flip the camera. So let's see. Right, guys, this is how it looks like at 160 degrees. So we have about 6:25 minutes left before this is being done. So I'd love for you to just stay tuned and watch me prepare for my taco, so that we could see. All right, let's see. Let me just remove all this. And what time is it now? I have no idea what time is it. I'm getting old, right, guys? I forgot stuff nowadays. I noticed that. And I'm gonna get LG to come here and help me out while I prepare my taco. I'm gonna put my plate here so that I can start the washer and go to Facebook, right? Search for Shiokoholics Food and Travel and you'll find me there. And if you haven't followed me on my Facebook, do that, okay? Because I update every day there on my story happening. Ooh. And my life every day. And I'm going to just put this over. Okay, I'm gonna start the washing machine. There's one thing, guys, one thing that I cannot live without is my washing machine, right? Nothing, I can't live without washing machine. So I'm gonna start the washer now. And I'm going to start this 15 minutes on. We have a half-hour program. So I'm going to start with the half-hours program. And okay. And it said close. Okay, close to start. You hear this. Okay, these are my cookies. You guys just join in. Welcome. And I'm going to be making food soon, and I will be making it at Facebook Live. Go and check me out there. This is how it looks like on a close-up. Can you guys see? This is the mung bean cookie. And I'm hoping that this would turn out good. And let me just check on the oven again. You have to check the oven all the time. Alright? And make sure that it's not burnt. Smell it. Okay, I can smell it. So I'm going to stand here, and I think I quite like this idea of having able to control. I don't have cameraman, alright? I don't have I'm not a big channel. I don't have money to hire a cameraman. The only person that I could think of is LG, but LG is really camera shy, and I'm not saying that he's not good in taking angle, but he's a bit distant. Everything has to be distant. But for me, I'm a big believer for close up. So it's really important, especially when you're making food. You want to make sure that the audience can see exactly how it turns out, right? You don't want to let them see like for kilometers away, and then how does the food look like, right? You want to see as close, and I wish YouTube has this facility or this feature where you could smell the food. I cannot tell you how this kitchen smells now. It smells so good from the cookie. And I'm just hoping that this will turn good, alright? And let me just clear this thing out. I'm going to wipe the table so that I can show you how this cookie look like. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna get a underleg. Let me get a underleg. What is underleg? This is the underleg in Swedish. It means undercover, not undercover, underleg. Leg means I don't know what you call this in English. Okay, now guys, the cookies are ready. Let's see. You see, guys, the cookie just turned on by itself. You see the oven. Okay. Woo. Let me just see. Guys, take a look. This is how it looks like. I don't know if I want to take this out. Okay, I'm going to just take this out, alright? I'm going to take this out. It says here that, let me just show you how it looks like. And I'm not so comfortable. I'm going to close this and I'm going to put this again on 160. Alright, 160 degrees Celsius. Hey, how come it's so blurred? Okay, this is how it looks like. The cookies are done. I'm going to take out one pieces and show you. It's a bit yellow looking. So I'm going to just take one and show you how it looks like. Can you guys see or not? I'm going to see if I can zoom this. Can you see? Oh. So this is how it looks like. I'm going to transfer the cookie over to a plate, or I'm going to transfer this cookie over a plate, and then I can put the next batch in. And then I can take picture on this. Okay, I'm going to turn this cookie and see if it's brown behind. It smells really good. Looks like this. Helge, ska du göra mat nu? Ja, kom och hjälp mig då. Göra mat. I'm asking him to do live streaming on taco. Alright guys, this way I'm gonna put a picture over at Facebook, so you guys got to follow me there at Facebook and take a closer look. Alright, I wish I can give you a close-up, but this is how it looks like. Okay, see you, bye.